This is V2 for a reason. It's Henshins and Dragons 2. I'm starting recording, by the way. Lots of gameplay changes since there's friggin' 12 of you. I also
You,
want to
you,
mention
not,
one of our first big changes here. No Craig.
Yes!
what the fuck? No. No longer recording.
No!
Nice.
This is horrible.
So I'm gonna have a lot of surprises for you guys here because for one, this is gonna sound really different, especially for you guys who've played traditional D&D. But surprise number one, your dexterity determines who goes first.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright.
like Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Well,
Next big surprise, since it is a soft reboot, no more Professor Dan, no more Freedom Foundation.
Yeah.
No! I
We're
don't
killing
like
it.
it. It's gonna make me sad.
Everything Lily related, unfortunately, has to be scrapped, but you guys can pretend it happened.
Dan Gaiden is no longer canon. Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh my god. Hello?
Big surprise number two. Everybody choose your partner right now.
yeah.
It's over.
Chaos issues.
Actually, our second to final new mechanic, possibility rolls. So I'm going to have you guys always roll twice, and you get to choose which roll you want. You can choose a worse roll. You can choose a better roll. Up to you.
What?
Like voluntary advantage.
What's the
That
catch?
goes kind of hard.
Yeah, kind of
What's
like
the
that.
catch?
I can
Interesting.
perfectly be dog shit, bro. Ooh, I'm never getting anything this fit.
The,
Oh no.
What's the catch?
for now, there is no catch.
That's
Oh,
fun. I love
gosh.
that.
Okay.
I really want one of these to just be like, oh, sorry, the other role you chose, actually, your character was happy and got like money and then like retirement and like a future. Like,
And now for our actual final new mechanic, true fail states. Since there's so many of you, we are going to be doing things in real time within the story. If you have an hour to do something, you have one real life hour to do it.
oh shit!
Oh,
no!
Okay.
I like a lot of these are just Marcus like, I don't want this to take so long. I'm just gonna
No. I actually, some of these were ideas from Lily and Rose that the teams would be able to like communicate and stuff. I F you, Thomas. Boon, 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 boon.
Oh, what's that?
Gosh.
Hobie? Thomas. Stop
Where am
it.
I?
Perfect opportunity.
No, don't stop the boom boom.
We're not stopping the boom boom thing, guys.
And now I think for our first overall story thing is that there's not going to be as many fights or combat encounters because, you know, there's a lot of you.
Yapping. I love yapping.
Understandable.
It's going to be more
Yeah.
role-playing than anything, but it's
Hell
also going
yeah.
to be a lot more puzzles to make up for the lack of combat.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
So I hope you guys brushed up on your economics.
What? Ergonomics.
You're in ergonomics.
What the
Guys, I
heck is
hope
that?
you brushed up on your
My posture is
ergonomics.
shit. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
did they
to say.
not
I have
teach
not
that
brushed
in
up on
anything?
my ergonomics.
That was actually everything I wanted to go through, and that was really fast. You want to guys do episode 1? All right, let's do it.
We should probably do like character introductions of some sort, right?
Through episode. Oh, I was gonna do that episode 1, but
okay.
I mean, it makes sense
my
here
fault.
too.
Henshin! Kind of feels like Yoko, doesn't it? Oh well. So my character is Draga, Kamen Rider Dragoon. They are half human, half dragoness, who has inherited a rider belt to control her dragon instincts. She was bullied for most of her life for being different. With all the bullying, all this tensions growing up, and it's making her dragon form become a bit more wild, I guess you could say. They're lawfully good when human, but when they get fired up, all those years of bullying get to her. So be careful if you bully Draga.
Access burst! So since Keza isn't playing the two characters, that's what I'm doing this time. I'm gonna play. Okay, so I'm Sammy Herbio, also Hyper Agent Gridstar.
What's your phrase?
So I'm doing two different voices. That's why. So because Sammy is gonna be like newly graduated from high school, and they're just like. They have no idea what they're doing in the world. They just dress in like whatever they want. They're like trying to just like not be seen by anyone and like, you know, hate the world, stuff like that. But on the day of their high school graduation, they got sucked into the computer world and merged with a hyper agent to defeat monster Gridman stuff in the computer world to stop them from coming to the real world, but because they're both complete noobs, the monster breaks out from the computer world and now goes into the real world, but it's like a group of monsters, so now they attack week to week, so we can have they have their own show that runs at some point in the year. So in order to defeat the monsters in the real world, the hyper agent has bonded to Sammy as an acceptor on their arm, and now whenever there's a monster attack or whatever, Sammy access bursts and turns into the hyper agent Gridstar. He only named himself after coming to the real world, and he's the complete opposite of Sammy, where he's loud, annoying. The high charisma thing is just supposed to be his stat, so he's just going to be talking, or maybe not talking all the time, but he's supposed to be like very loud. And because of Gridman stuff, that usually that world is only in the computer world. This like real world variant of him is like more robotic in design, but he's also like short. Like he's only, in comparison to like normal Gridman stuff, he's only going to be like 10 feet tall or something, but there are forms that will allow him to grow giant size like a normal Gridman. But for now, he's just small.
Small.
Like you.
He's just small.
Silly.
Wow, that's toxic. I'm taller than you. Anyways. So also, do y'all have... Gridstar can talk, like, even in normal... when Sammy is just Sammy, Gridstar can talk from the acceptor, so ideally we'll just have, like, banter going on with Gridstar, even if he's not currently the acting body.
Henshin! I will be playing as Ori, aka Kamen Rider Cynthia, who I also played as in Lily, so some of y'all are familiar with her. She is an indie pop singer, specifically an indie idol. She puts all of her effort into being like the most shiny, perfect, adorable pink idol that she can possibly be, to cover up her various personal issues stemming from a belief that she will never find someone who will truly love her for her if they get to know her. So that's cool. One day she found a belt in a basement and kind of picked it up and thought it was a CD player. It was not a CD player, it was a belt. And so now she also fights crime on the side as Kamen Rider Cynthia.
Henshin. I'll be carrying over my old character. I'm Valencia, who's Kamen Rider Elita. I figured there are a lot more ideas that I could bring to the table with her after just one season. Her catchphrase is, "Let show looks can kill." And she is a fashion designer. She likes to showboat a lot as this sort of like very stuck-up, showboaty girl boss character. But as some people here know, she does have a very prominent girl failure side to her. She is the type of person who would, make a big deal about make a big deal about appearing somewhere in like a really big way and then probably trip and fall down like 12 flights of stairs. That sort of thing. But yeah, I just there are a lot of ideas that I wanted to still do with her character, so still keeping her around.
Henshin! I'm playing my character from Lily, Taberi, otherwise known as Kamen Rider Saber, which absolutely when I was making him, the joke was that it sounds so close to Saber that sometimes people get mixed up between the two. So yeah, I'll preface this by saying that I love Taberi madly, but he is absolutely my hardest character to play of my D&D characters, because my idea for him is he's a character who had his emotions suppressed as a child. He has severe memory loss of that time, and as he fights with his driver, which is basically like a little like easy bake oven kind of thing, because he's like cooking themed, he as he gains power-ups and like keeps going from there, he starts to get some of his emotional control back, so he can seem very neutral and kind of distant, but I assure you he is a good boy. He's doing his best. And so yeah, that's why he's complicated, is because he was a character that I made to evolve through his interactions with other players / characters, and like he would develop over the course of the campaign or sessions. Yeah, and his forms. He's got a couple of them because they're all based on different flavors and different emotions. Whereas in that form, he can experience that emotion properly and not feel like locked down. He has this quirk too, where like, say he's feeling really angry and he just can't express it properly through like just being him. So he'll reach for his belt and he'll use his salty rampage, but just be like, this is my coping mechanism, so I can vent this out, kind of thing. And yeah, I also wanted to ask Lily too, and this can come up later, but depending on if our characters still know each other or not, that'll change like how Taberi behaves a little bit, because he might feel a little bit more comfortable and open up and be less reserved versus like, as if we don't know each other at all. So yeah, I'm glad. Oh, also, Marcos, you just reminded me. So he carries a portable fridge on his back.
Yes, the fridge. Kaiju meat.
Because
I forgot I was muted. I love the Easy Bake Oven. It's so cute.
But no, so to use his different forms, he needs to eat something of that flavor. So he keeps like all these onigiri and snacks that he makes in his fridge. And during Lily, we fought an Ella King, and he was like, this might be one of the ingredients I need to make new power-ups. So stuffs Ella King meat in his fridge.
Love it.
What? Was such a good kid.
That is so cute. I actually really like that. So cute.
I love him. He's a disaster child, but I swear he means well, even if he is a bit awkward.
Swatch!
Yeah, my character is Lou. He's an Ultraman. So the reason why he came down to Earth the first time was because of an accident, and he kind of just got separated from his group and then stayed around with the other guys for a little while. So this is kind of like, I guess, a post-time skip moment, because he went back up and then it happened again, and because of his accident, he got fired from the organization he was in, and now he's all by himself, and he's trying to find, like, sort of, he's trying to build a team for himself to prove that he's not that much of a failure, but he kind of is. A little flop guy.
Oh yeah, boy failure.
Yes, he's like boy failure, but he's still acting hard.
Badass. Giant little guy.
Giant little guy, yes.
I've thought of like a billion Henshin phrases because I keep getting swayed by jokes.
Oh no.
But
say the thing. Say it.
Given.
So as my cowboy takes out his little belt buckle and shows it off to the camera that he knows is there right in front of him, he'll tip his hat and say, "Rise and Henshine."
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
My guy is inspired off Clint Eastwood's character in The Good and Bad, the Ugly, the man of no name. He is the devil with no name, which ironically can be shortened into a name, which is Deno. Kind of like an inner demon from Revice. He was birthed from a certain human that he actually no longer remembers. But for now, and avoiding the need for possibly therapy or just a good talk with a good friend, he wanders the earth as a just like a nomad, a wanderer from all the Western movies that he thinks he was inspired from. So with some leather boots and a poncho and a cowboy hat, he goes around from town to town to bring a smile to whoever he can, and then have a really cool shootout somewhere, even if it's in the middle of modern day LA, because even Los Angeles needs cowboys.
That is so badass. Holy fucking shit, I'm gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
I'm still thinking about Rise and
Henshine. I mean, for the entirety of this campaign, I will be doing a Southern accent.
Oh bless! I was hoping you would say that.
Yeah. I'm gonna play contrarian, because what I learned from cricket is that I play a really good contrarian. So instead of saying Kenshin, can my character say transform? Okay. I'm playing a character. The name is Rowe. Which, by the way, I want to ask: how canon is Henshins Dragons the previous season, specifically season 4? Because I think it would be really funny if they're actually related to fucking cricket and they just don't remember who the fuck cricket is.
It's all canon. We just don't really talk about it. We don't talk.
Yeah, it's like I'm talking.
Wait, but everybody forgot everything as well. So they wouldn't remember that they had a cousin.
I
Or
don't remember my cousin cricket.
Like, bro doesn't even acknowledge cricket. Bro is gonna be like, damn, I feel like I know a guy that would do this in like the most derogatory way. Anyways, the idea is I'm gonna play a character who is so tired of the 9 to 5. They work an office job. They work unpaid overtime consistently. And they are tired. They are very tired and very sleep deprived. So since they started working remotely during like the past month before this entire campaign, they are gonna pull up with a business casual outfit and a sleeping in a fucking dress like sleeping gown on top of them. I have like somewhere on my channel. So the idea is, as a hero, they have to fall asleep. So in their mind, their whimsy that is so repressed from daily life becomes their drive to turn them into a badass hero made of their dreams. The thing is, their whole goal for this entire campaign, because that's what we needed to make a wish, is to abolish 9 to 5s.
I'm down. Oh yeah, down with work.
Absolutely.
This is so hard.
They're a very tired person. And they're gonna be grumpy and silly, and they miss their childlike whimsy. I actually want their auxiliary form to be relevant to their character because it's a power nap. They set an alarm to wake up in 3 minutes, and they get giant arms during it. They get reinforced bed arms, but once the limit hits, they wake up and they're still tired.
Oh no!
That's awesome.
That's my
Just
concept.
like in
Thank
real
you
life.
very much. Also, they have a sheep motif.
I'm like kind of a vanilla Kamen Rider type of guy, but at the same time, listen to your characters. I think gonna have to be a little bit more cocky than I was planning to be a little bit more
That's
different.
what I said the other day. Anyway,
so I'll be playing Aaron Gunner as a pilot. I'll be putting the rider on Kamen Rider. He dreams about being the champion of the world on motorcycle, sports bike, and he wished for it. But when he wished for it, he got the rider belt, kind of in a contract, so he can transform with the power of the stars. I was thinking about like he would come from a set of riders that were themed after zodiac signs, and he was set to be Leo because they are usually a little bit more showy, a little bit more flashy, and I think that would really fit. His name, which is Kamen Rider Shamash, is a god from Mesopotamia, and is the god of the sun and the justice. Also, NPC are on our campaign, so it's kind of just a reference to that. He is here to have a good time, do heroic stuff, even though he's cocky, even though he's convinced he's a really good guy, have his heart on the right place, and for a guy that would try to make him less irritating than Ace or Deno or some shit like that. Anyways, and his transformation phrase would be, I think, just simply, crack your chop with the sun. I could never match the cowboy or the Slipwalker guy. Oh my god.
That's good. We need a chill guy out of everybody's chaos.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Yeah, Angela Lee.
she's a time traveler. She's a hippie. Comes from a very troublesome space. Works for her secret society, like community, and she fights government censorship forces. And she's a magical girl. She's a magical girl, Flora
Let's
style.
go.
Wait, hold on, let's peek.
Yeah, that actually goes pretty hard. I like that.
I didn't even think we could have magical girls in this. It's actually kind of peak. I didn't think of it. That's badass. That's badass.
was like, can I change my character?
Henshin! His name's Ferdinand Chernobog Gavinovich I. He's Kamen Rider Nilbog. He's a goblin from a different world. Just basically through a strange set of circumstances, just his world seems to be getting destroyed, and once he transformed the first time, he got transported to Los Angeles.
As you do.
Yes.
As you do. He's very quick on his feet, but also haughty. He's got both a human form and his real goblin form, and the best way I described his goblin form is that I think of like if Momotaros and Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin was one.
We have a world to conquer.
I love that.
But yeah, so like he's just trying to figure out both like what happened to his world, but also how to get back. And he takes like his human form is basically what you would call like a handsome dude. And he's like, ugh, I'm disgusting.
Oh.
A lot of his shtick is like misunderstandings, being like, oh yeah, like you eat raw men. You filthy cannibals!
We might have been watching Kabuto when we made our characters.
Ah.
So it's just like he has a lot of misunderstandings about like specifically with food, which is funny because he hangs out with Taberi, right?
It's also very funny because they're both very Saber inspired in design, and Antho and I have not seen
Watch
Saber.
Saber at all?
It's like Saber is our favorite series that we haven't watched.
Well, the Lily crew will know this because like I've made Cass do my Henshin jingle. Like I plan to change it, but Marcos has described it literally as like, oh, it's Cross Saber.
And we were like, we've never heard the Cross Saber theme. We listened to it and we're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? How did we accidentally compose the Cross Saber theme without listening?
Badass.
So funny.
That was
It's your destiny. That's
My destiny to become Cross Saber.
I want Ferdinand and Taberi to start a band, and they're called Sons of Saber, but it's like, we have no idea who this guy is.
But yeah, like that's pretty much his thing. Like he's odd because he thinks he's kingly, right? Like the funniest bit for me was like this was right. Like I made Ferdinand right before King Oger was a thing, but like it's very much not quite like Gira from King Oger, but like it's in that similar vein of haughtiness of like, aha, yes, like I am important, believe me. I had plenty of times too where like, we had Josch like defeat a giant monster, and Ferdinand just go like, yes, everyone, it's done. I've defeated the monster.
He was our tuxedo mask. He was our, but you didn't do anything, leaves.
like literally took all the credit.
But yeah, a literal goblin of a man.
So yeah, as I said earlier, I'm my character's name is Jade, and she is a Sentai Red. The thing is, though, she doesn't have like any of her team, and she hasn't had a team for like a year because she worked for an organization that worked like across the universe. And they did different jobs and stuff. But the thing is that their organization kind of sucked. So like in the sense that they weren't very like, like flashy or anything like that. But since like their team had like a lot of like freedom in terms of what they were able to do so long as they got the job done, they ended up modifying a lot of their suits and everything like that to make it more flashy. Though they were still in the process of actually, making it more, Sentai-y when they were sent to Earth on a mission to clear up something. And then they were attacked, and the last thing Jade remembers was like henchining, and then after that she woke up. All she had on her was her changer and the clothes on her back, and zero idea of where her team was. All she knows is that they are probably on Earth because there is no way in hell that they can probably get back to space unless there's something else happened otherwise. So she's been like, since she already really had like she hasn't had the highest opinion of her organization anyway, and was just trying to make the best of what she could. She's like, you know what? Maybe I should have. I realized that I probably should have just like kind of ditched them earlier. But I do care about my team, so I'm gonna try finding them. So she tries to. So now for like the past year, she's been trying to wander around to find her team, and has come up with nothing.
And she is getting very, very frustrated by that, but she's trying to keep a smile on her face and stay positive in any way that she can.
Nice.
So yeah, now she's the leader of her own path in life. Fire spiraler.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
That is so cool. That's badass.
Eureka always cooks.
All right.
We have such a diverse Henshin team. This.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah, her Henshin phrase is very much change.
Yay!
Sentai
Found the
Rider,
clap.
randoms, pretty, magical girls. Okay.
So if any of you guys ever want to make jokes about her probably being like, hey, you should just be a writer by this point, she'll consider.
Hell yeah.
No, it's okay. We can make up a team together. We can,
Exactly. The jobless people. We're team jobless.
Yes.
We're team jobless, Yosh. We're team jobless people.
Local heroes who have $2.
Yeehaw.
Will you guys accept a dragon? Please?
No.
Hey.
Take the dragon into your hearts, please.